For the third time in 4 weeks, rookie head coach Adam Gase and his Miami Dolphins are in a tough spot as they hit the NFL highway on a short week and a Thursday night football matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are touchdown chalk for this one, although early betting indications are that the sharp early week action is favoring the underdog. The Dolphins now face a motivated, desperate Bengals team that is off to a 1-2 start, following consecutive losses to playoff teams from last season. The Bengals and Dolphins are both 1-2 straight up against the number. The Miami Dolphins schedule was brutal at the outset, with a long trip to the Pacific Northwest and then a trip to the Northeast to face two playoff teams. A brief respite at home against the Browns was anything but, as the Dolphins needed overtime to finish off a rookie quarterback. The Dolphins' performance with the football has been subpar so far this season. Often injured running back Arian Foster is on the shelf again, so there has been no semblance of a running game, and that has put a lot of pressure on Ryan Tannehill. The Dolphins have made a long-standing commitment to Tannehill since he was drafted in 2012, and the results just have not been there. Tannehill is completing less than 65% of his passes and has just a 5-4 touchdown interception ratio. He's also Miami's leading rusher, which isn't good. It will be interesting to see what happens with the offense as they face lesser defenses. Miami has 7 turnovers over the last 2 weeks. The defense is forced to turn over in each of its first 3 games, but that's about the only exciting element of this season. The Patriots, with Jimmy Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett, racked up 463 yards in Week 2, and the Cleveland Browns, led by Cody Kessler and Terrell Pryor, outgained Miami 430-426 in Week 3. The Dolphins do have 9 sacks, but they can't get off the field because the offense is just so bad. The Dolphins defense has been out there for 237 plays, 15 more than any other team in the NFL. The story is basically the same for the Cincinnati Bengals this season. Andy Dalton has not been explosive with the ball, and the absence of a running game has hurt the Cincinnati offense. Cincinnati has turned it over 5 times on the season, and fumble luck has not gone the team's way. The Bengals are 29th in red zone success at just 30%. Andy Dalton has completed 65% of his passes, but only has a 2-2 touchdown interception ratio. The running game hasn't been much help, averaging just 3.7 yards per carry. Some key losses have hurt the offense as well. On the coaching side, offensive coordinator Hugh Jackson went to Cleveland. Mohamed Sanu is now in Atlanta. Tyler Eifert has not played. AJ Green is still a matchup nightmare. Dalton does have tall targets in Brandon LaFell and Tyler Boyd, but something is missing from this offense. A lot of things have held the Cincinnati Bengals defense back. They're in the middle of the pack in third down conversion percentage against. They're 22nd in the field, with opponents' drives starting at the 30-yard line. The Bengals haven't generated enough negative plays. They have 4 turnovers, but they have only 4 sacks. The secondary has been excellent, holding opponents to a 57% completion percentage. But a combination of not enough offense and not enough negative plays has kept this group from reaching its potential. The Bengals are also tied for 3rd in number of penalties resulting in first downs. The Miami Dolphins have not shown a lot of polish or refinement, but they have shown a lot of tenacity. This is another hostile road environment, but on a short week. Normally with a rookie head coach, this would be a spot to lay it and play it. But the Bengals offense hasn't looked very good this season, and it has negatively affected the defense. These two teams have a lot of statistical similarities so far. So as long as Ryan Tannehill takes care of the football, this looks like a low-scoring game, and the points are the preferred side in that situation. Our pick is with the Miami Dolphins at +7.